Hi crafters, come on in. Welcome back to Simply Charlease, where new crafters like to hang out. Okay, last week we made a breast cancer awareness themed soap, and we had a few of the breast cancer ribbons left over. So we're going to use those this week to make another soap. All right, let's talk supplies. I'm going to be using shea butter as my soap base. I need a little bit of clear glycerin to pour over the ribbons to make sure that they adhere to the soap. I'm going to use the same fragrance oil, which was Guardian Angel, which I think is really appropriate for the breast cancer awareness theme. I have my thermometer, something to stir with. I'm going to use this liquid red, and add it to the shea butter to make a pale pink base. Alcohol to pop the bubbles and to make sure that everything adheres together. And let's see. Oh yeah. Of course, we're gonna use some glitter, I think, probably. And this is the mold that we're gonna use. We're gonna make 3 or 4 bars, okay? All right, let's get started. First thing that we're gonna do is melt our shea butter base. Okay, we got our shea butter base melted. And what I did was I melted it down to a point, but I left a couple of chunks in it that were not melted, and I just allowed the heat from the rest of the melted soap. I allowed that to melt those 2 or 3 chunks that were left, and that way it also cooled the soap down faster. So you don't have to melt your base all the way down if you don't want to. It kind of saves you time for the cooling down process. Let me check the temperature now. Oh, good. We're at 158. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add the color first because the fragrance oil sometimes will cause the soap base to set up faster. So we want this to be a light pink. So we're going to do a drop at the time and see what we come up with. Guys, it is the most beautiful day here in North Carolina. Oh my goodness, it's in the 60s. Sun is shining so bright. I mean, the absolute most beautiful fall day. And we're having a seafood festival this weekend, so they have perfect weather for that. All right, I'm doing, oops, I think that was 2 or 3 drops, but it's fine. I don't want it to get too pink, but I do want to be able to see that it's pink. Yeah. This is going to be real quick because we don't even have to make the embeds. They're already made. It's just a matter of getting our base ready. Okay. Okay, I don't know. All right, I'm going to stop before it becomes too pink. Okay. Let's stir this, and I'll show you what we got. And you'll see that it is a light pink. Now, if I was using clear glycerin, this would be red. But you see the difference? I don't know if it's showing up good on camera, but it is a very pale pink. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add, oops, I did this last week. I forgot my measuring spoon for my fragrance oil. Okay, let's add this Guardian Angel. This is 1/8 of a teaspoon and 20 ounces. And I'm going to put 2 in. So that would be what, a fourth of a teaspoon. And I'll put the top on that so I can smell what's actually in here. Yes, yes, yes. Love me some guardian angel. All right. So we are ready to pour this. Got some bubbles. Get rid of those bubbles. And we're going to use this mold. And we'll put this to the side and let it set. And then we'll come back and put the embeds on top. And 20 ounces is just about perfect for this mold. So keep that in mind if you get this mold, because I leave the link to this one in the description box. If you should buy this mold, just know that 20 ounces of soap base is just about perfect, okay? Let's get rid of those bubbles. All right, guys, we're going to have to let this set, and then we'll come back. Okay, crafters, our base is set. Now, for this project, you don't necessarily have to let your base get completely set before you add your breast cancer awareness ribbons on top. You just need to make sure that it's set enough to where the ribbons won't fall through. But I got busy doing vacuuming and dusting and other things, and this is completely set. Okay, now the first thing that we're going to need to do is melt our clear glycerin, because we're going to use this to adhere the ribbons to the base. Oops, I need to back that up. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to add some glitter to my ribbons. Like I did the last time, I'm just going to add the glitter on the ribbons instead of sprinkling it over the entire soap, okay? So I'm going to take out our ribbons and make them beautiful. Because we know that glitter makes everything beautiful. All right. Glitter makes everything beautiful. Beautiful. And you're able to, whatever glitter that falls onto the plate, you can put it back into your container. That's what I did last week. Okay, let's see. Yeah. All right, guys, that's pretty. Let me show you. See how much you can see the glitter. Yes, the ribbons are ready. All right, now we'll melt our clear glycerin. All right, the clear glycerin is melted, and I'm going to add just a drop of the Guardian Angel to this, because I want this soap to have that Guardian Angel smell all through and through. I'm trying to be real careful because I don't want more than a little drop. There we go. Okay. Let's check the temperature after I stir it a little bit. Yep. Let's see. Okay, this is 146. I want it to get into the 130s because I don't want it to melt my my ribbons. So I'm going to wait until it goes down a little bit more, and then I'll be back. Okay, we are 138. Okay, now what we want to do, first of all, is spritz a little bit of alcohol on our base to make sure that everything adheres, and then we're going to pour the thinnest layer that we can of the clear glycerin on top. Very, very thin. We just want something for the ribbons to adhere to when we're placing them. So, and I'm only doing 3 rows, so that should be enough. Didn't cover the whole thing, but I think I got it in enough places where the ribbons are gonna go. All right, so can you, yeah, you can see. We're gonna place our ribbons, and doing it like this gives you a little bit of leeway to place them. Yep. And then we're gonna pour a little of the clear glycerin around, okay, around the ribbons. All right. See, that gave me time to adjust my ribbons, and that looks pretty good. Okay, yeah. Can you see that? I can't move that. All right, now we're going to take what's left and pour it very slowly around our ribbons in an attempt to get them to stick. Whoop. Okay. Yep. I don't want to cover them, but I do want the clear glycerin to be around all sides of the ribbons. Let's see, I think I got a spot right in there where there's no glycerin. Just take your time, guys, take your time. And here's a spot over here in this corner that doesn't have any. Right. I think that's good. I think we better leave it at that. Yeah. All right, guys. We just need to let this set, and it won't take long because there's not a whole lot of glycerin that has to set. We'll come back and we'll cut it together and see what we got. Okay. Our project is set, and that is really pretty, I think. We'll just have to see what it looks like when we cut it. All right, let's unmold it. Let's see what we got. These silicone molds are great to work with because they're so pliable. They make removal relatively easy. Okay. All right. So we got a solid pale pink, and then our ribbons. Okay, let's see, how do we cut this? Because we just want to cut in between these two. And let's see. Let me kind of mark it. So, let's see. Okay. And here, let's see. Okay, if I can see that. Is there any way? Let's see. Okay. If I can just hold it still. And No, it wants to move. I don't know, guys, if I'll be able to cut this straight. We're going to give it a try. Okay, we got one. Okay, that cut nicely. And you can take your finger and rub around the edges, and you can kind of round those corners out if you want. Okay? All right, let's see if I can cut this second one. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, this is tough. All right, but that's good because we want a firm bar. Okay. Yep. Looks pretty good, guys. Turn it that way. Okay. And number 3. All right. That turned out pretty good. Oh, and I wish you could smell it. That guardian angel smells amazing. Okay. Just put them here so you can see them. Matter of fact, let me get something white so that they stand out. Okay, guys. I think we had this was a success. We're going to call it a success, okay? All right, guys. And I think I will call this Survivor. Yeah, I think they turned out very well. Okay. All right, guys. That's all I have for you today. We used embeds that we made last week in this week's project. So we don't throw anything away. We use it in the next project or in another project. All right. That's it. That's all I have for you today. I will see you next time. Bye, guys.